I have the perfect tip for those of you who have an overplucked problem with your brows and are trying to get back to that full brow look. Okay, bear with me because this goes against everything that you were like trained to believe about a brow. If you want your brow to be full and not makeupy, this is what you do. We are gonna start with our brow gel, okay? I'm using Jane Iredale. This is the brow gel. This is neutral blonde. Okay, we go in first with this brow gel. We're gonna get up close and personal with my brows here, ladies. So my biggest insecurity on my face is my brow. Do not worry about this being messy because if you go crazy, it's easy to grab a Q-tip and wipe it up. Also, doing this on a phone camera, you know, it's not the easiest, much harder. So we're gonna start with this. You are gonna let this brow gel grab every single hair in your brow, okay? Go overboard. Let it be really, you don't want clumps. I'm not saying thick, but you want it to cover as much natural hairs so you can really see those spots that you actually have to fill in, okay? I highly recommend brushing upward because it shows you where those brow hairs are. So you can already see this is starting to look more filled in, okay? Now, and only now, you go in with your pencil. I'm using the Precision Brow Pencil from Jane Iredale, okay? What I do is I come along the base and try not to get stuck in my lashes. I normally do brows before lashes, so follow the base of those hairs, okay? So see how I'm kind of tracing very gently along that bottom brow, okay? So where the bottom hair is, no lower, okay? Bring it up to that angle and pull it down, okay? So you can already see it's starting to get that shape. It's already, now we start coming in, and I love this Precision Brow Pencil because it gives those tiny little lines that look like a brow hair. I am gonna put a little, because I have big spots, I'm gonna put a little in that brow, coming up, following the angle of those hairs in that upward motion, okay? You don't want to put a ton of product on the outside of your brow. Nobody has a big, thick brow right there, okay? So a few other little tips for this to all my ladies who struggle. One, you take your pencil, you point it up. You do not want to come further in than that, okay? You line it up with the outside of your nose. Two, you take it, you line it up with the outside of your eye. Mine's actually a little short, okay? So I'm gonna pull that down with that pencil. See how you want that to come all the way to the edge of that. And that's where you find that brow shape, okay? So I'm gonna continue kind of just lightly filling in. I'm gonna pull this out. Down here, we're not gonna brush those strokes upward, we're gonna pull them downward. Now you're gonna use that little spoolie. And you're gonna brush that line from that line that you created up and smooth out that brow, okay? And it's gonna give the illusion of a natural brow that's not overfilled with product, very simplistic. And you can see again, like I'm gonna need to come back in here a little bit more and fill that in, okay? Super easy. I'm gonna do the other side and show you the end. There we have it, both brows. Here's the goal, ladies. It is not to have twins, it's to have sisters, okay? Your brows are not gonna be identical. The more identical they look, the more fake they look. The goal is to have a natural looking brow. You can see these brush strokes look like natural brows on both sides, okay? If you feel like you've done too much product, the spoolie on the end of your pencil is the best friend that you are gonna make when you are going in to clean up your brows, okay? You don't want too much product. You don't want it to be cakey. Keep it light, keep it simple, allow some skin to show, okay? You don't have a pasted on brow, you have skin showing through it naturally, right? So simplify it, make it as full or as simple as you want, but the goal is to keep your natural brow shape, which is gonna be following where those hairs are using your brow gel first.